Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with me for alto saxophone. I'm your teacher, Risa, and today we're working in the Standard of Excellence Book 3, and today we're on page 11. Okay, we're going to be looking at 16th rests. Okay, this is going to be a little challenging, but I think we're ready for it. All right, so let's go ahead and look at exercise 42, Tinga, Layo, okay? First thing we're going to take a look at is our key signature. What do we have going on? We have 1 sharp, F sharp. All right, not a big deal. Next thing, time signature. What do we have going on? Good old cut time, so 2-2. That means everything's gonna be cut in 2. It's been a while since we've done things in cut time. All right, so we'll tackle that in just a minute. We can see that the parts are divided, so we have parts 1 and 2. We do have some repeat action. Tell me about our repeats. How does it work? We have DC El Fine at the end, so where do we go? We start from the beginning, and then we will play until it says fine, and then that will be the end. See the double bar line there? So we're going to play all the way through, repeat beginning, end at fine. Okay? We don't have any accidentals or anything like that. So how I'm going to have us do it, we're going to play it as 4-4 at first. Just as we're sight reading, okay? Even though if you were doing auditions or whatever and you have to sight read it, play it in halftime, okay? Just do your best to play it in halftime. Today we're gonna start this in 4-4. Yes, just so we could get our fingers down, kind of hear a little bit what it sounds like. All right, ready? And we're gonna do the top part to start off with. So I'm gonna count us 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then we're gonna come in since our first measure is only 2 beats. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, excellent job. So hopefully that kind of worked out the kinks on the repeats. We do have to pay attention to our rhythms because there are some syncopated areas. For example, like full measure 3, it starts with the 8th note to the quarter, da 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 da, right? And then later we have the dotted quarter going into the 8th, da 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 da. So those are just things we have to pay attention to. Now it's going to be a little more complicated with cut time. Now, I'm going to be honest, when it comes to people in cut time, some people actually think of it as 2-2. So they're actually thinking, 1 and, or I guess at this point it's 2 and 1, 2, 1, 2. So they're actually like cutting the times in half and thinking of it that way. Other people are, when your conductor is, 1, 2, 1, 2, they're instead thinking and keeping of the beats of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're actually just speeding it up by double. I personally do not care which way you do it, whether you do it and think of it everything in half, or whether you count everything still in 4 but just make it double the pace. Doesn't matter. Both will get you to the same result as long as it's what you're most comfortable doing and take the least amount of thinking power. Okay, so now we're going to actually do this in 2. So whichever method works best for you, we're doing this in actual cut time now. Okay, and it might be helpful for us to put our metronomes on as well. So I'm going to change this down to 2 because that would technically be correct. And so we'll do 2. Let's try it as 65. We'll see how it's like, okay? And I'm going to count 1, 2, 1, da, da, da. Okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1. excellent job. So I personally believe that it does help tremendously if you're not doing a sight reading piece for auditions or anything important like that. I feel it really does help to take it down to 4/4 first, hear the rhythms, hear what it kind of supposed to sound like, and then you can take it down to cut time because you can at least comprehend your rhythms a little bit better. Okay? We still need to speed it up a little bit. It is a moderato pace, and with it being cut time, 65 is not, that's slow. All right, so let's actually take us to 70. Okay? All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. Let's switch it down to part 2, or the bottom part, okay? As you can see, our rhythms are exactly the same. It's just different notes. For the most part, most of these are in thirds, so shouldn't be too difficult. All right, we'll keep it at 70. All right, ready? Still in cut time. 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. I think we're ready to just go ahead and split this in half. So you play the top part, I'll play the bottom part. We're going to take this a smidge faster. We're going to go to 75. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. Let's swap parts. You do bottom, I'll do top. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. And if you struggled with any of the rhythms, take it back to 4/4, slow it down, even write out the counts if you need to, okay? The syncopated areas can be tricky, and especially from switching back and forth from dotted quarter to eighth to quarter, can be a little tricky, okay? So write them in if you need to. All right, we do have extra practice on page 44, so let's head over there. Let's see, 44, here we go, and we're on 42. Ooh. Hopefully I won't need that. 42, okay. So once again, they want this in cut time. So let's play, for time's sake, play whichever octave you want, but on your own time, play both, okay? It says try playing both. Or we could switch it up even here, okay? So let's play this in 4/4. Look how much is in the slur, okay? So let's just try that. 1, 2, 3, 4. right, so you can probably figure out what I'm going to say is we're trying to get all of that into one breath. I know we took that slower and we took that 4/4, just so we could get a feel for it and see what the piece is like. Now we're going to switch this over to cut time, okay? All right, cut time now. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. A little easier to get the breath in when we're actually doing as written and a little bit faster, right? All right, this time we're gonna swap octaves, so whatever octave you just did, do the other one. That way we can at least touch on it. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. We at least touched on it. All right, let's head back to what page, whatever page we were on. I already forgot. Was it 13? We're on page 11. We're on page 11. Okay, next 43. Hwi Ne Ya He. I'm not sure how to say that, so if you know how to say it, let me know in the comments. Okay, so we're still in the same key signature, but now we're in 3/4. Whew, thank goodness. But take a look at our rhythms. We have a lot of 16th dotted 8th kind of action, right? So that's going to take some thinking power. So you can write in your countings here, right? So that would be like, well, I guess this first one's actually a pickup, so I'm not looking at the first one. That's an official measure 2. We would have 1 E, E and 1. 1 E, Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think of, a lot of people use food words for these. I'm trying to think of what it is. Coca, 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 1 and 2, and coca, 2, coca, 1 and, I think that's right, coca. Yeah, coca. I'm not sure what other people are using. We can use coca or whatever else you think. Let me know. All right, anywho, let's give this a try. Okay, I like using the metronome to make sure we stay on pace because these are tricky rhythms, and so it's wise to use the metronome until, we really have it pat down. Okay, so we are now on 3, and my metronome wants to do 120, that's a little high. It is Allegro though, so it is faster, but this is our first time seeing it, so I'm thinking back to 75. Okay. So, oh, it's because my battery is dead. Yay! Let's see here. We got this fella. Let's see if his battery works. Nope, that one's got dead batteries too. We've been practicing and playing a lot. All right, I got one more metronome right here. I don't know why I have so many metronomes, but we do. Guess it works. Okay, metronome. This one has a pretty good battery, I think. Okay, so tempo. The only thing about this one is, for some reason, mine won't let me go on. It has like weird jumps. Like if I push 1, it goes from 72 to 76. I don't know how to make it on 75, so we're going with a 76. Okay, and we're to 3. So I'm going to count us 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Actually, you know what? I think we're to the point where I could go 1, 2, play. Let's do that. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, so that's kind of an interesting thing. I'm really glad we used the metronome because I think for starting off, we might have gotten a little lost with those 16th dotted 8s. All right, let's try speeding that up. And if you struggled with that, just really take it down. Write the counts in, clap it out, whatever you need to do to get yourself there, okay? But for time's sake, we do have to speed this up a little bit. So I guess let's do 80. I can do 80. Okay. All right. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's do that one more time, a little bit faster. We'll do 84. All right, here we go. 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Make sure you practice that one because it is faster than 84. It's allegro, so it's faster. Okay, let's take a look at 44, 16th study. And this is where the book on the top is talking about stuff. So let's take a look at section A, okay? Well, no matter what, our key signature has changed. We've added C sharp. We are to 2-4, okay? So now we're looking and adding the 16th rest, okay? So in the first measure, it's 16ths to quarter, 1E and a 2, okay? The second measure, they pull out that last 16th and replace it with a rest. So now it's 1E and, resting on the 2. 1E and 2. Okay, it's real quick. So you don't have time to breathe. And even when we were first learning the 8th notes, we were doing the nose trick, even though we've dropped that now. There's no time for that for the 16th. It's just basically a stopping of the air and continuing. Okay, so let's just do section A. It does have the repeat. Let's go ahead. We'll repeat that one time. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Come back to this, practice it, master it. Okay? All right, looking at B. First measure's the same, a 1E and a 2. Now we have the 16th rest in the middle of that run. So now we have 1. We're going to rest on the E and a 2. 1 and a 2. Okay? So let's do B section 2 times. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Also practice that because we're going to see these rhythms a lot. And the more you practice it, the more you get comfortable with it, the easier it becomes. All right, section C now. Once again, measure 1 is the 16ths all the way through, 1E and 2. Now we have the rest on 1, right? E and 2. Now it's starting to get a little tricky, so I think we need to put our metronomes back on. We can still do it nice and slow, though. What were we doing? Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Oh, wait, and this is 2. Okay. All right, so we're roughly 65, so we'll keep it there. Okay, so C 2 times. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. So that one definitely takes some thinking power. Real quick on that rest of 1. Okay, moving on to D. Continuing on with 1E and a 2. Okay, but now we have it, in the third note. So it's 1E, resting on the and, 2. Da 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 da. Okay, that one takes a little thinking power as well. Let's do D 2 times as well. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. That one may also take some practice. Practice all of these. Okay, moving on to section D. Continue on with 1E and a 2. And now it's 1E, because this is an eighth, 1E. Okay, and then it's resting on the and, a 2. 1, a 2. Okay, let's go ahead and play E 2 times. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. That one's a little bit easier rhythmically to do, though it's just as confusing to see. All right, and now taking a look at F, we still have 1E and a 2. Okay, now we're swapping the direction here. So it's 1, 1, resting on E and a 2. 1 and a 2. Okay, that one's pretty tricky as well. Okay, so let's try F 2 times as well. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Take time to work on those a little bit. Write in the countings and clap your rhythm before we play. Well, we kind of went over the rhythms, but we didn't clap them. You can do that on your own time. We went over this together, so hopefully you can 1E and a 2, 1E and 2. Right? Okay, so let's go ahead and move on to Go for Excellence. This is Allegretto. Okay, so faster. We have the same key signature as the 16th study, the last exercise, and the book wants us to name the key. So which key is this Go for Excellence in? We got 2 sharps, but don't forget we have major and minor, so which is which? All right, so we know it's probably B. Is it B major or B minor? This piece is B minor, okay? If you don't remember how to figure out what key it's in, you can check that out up here. Okay, so we have that, and we have some 16th rests, so we really need to pay attention here. We're gonna want our metronomes on here. Okay, a lot of eighth notes happening too. Okay, so we're gonna take this nice and slow. We are in 2/4. I got this on 2. We'll keep it at 66. Okay, and let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? And this is 1, 2, 1. Okay, so this isn't even a full measure too. So I'm gonna count this 1, 2, 1. This comes in on that and of 1. So it's 1, 2, 1. Da, da, da. Okay, all right. Ready? All right. 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. So you just kind of have to watch those where the 16ths to the 8ths, it just feels like it comes in really quickly, okay? To me, it's a little bit easier when it's a little bit faster, so let's go ahead and speed it up. Let's put it at 72, see if it makes a little more sense to click in. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. I think we're still good to speed it up even more. I don't know about you, but to me, it's still clicking in as we get a little bit faster. That's just kind of one of those songs That makes more sense when you're doing it faster. All right, so let's do it faster. Let's do 80. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. Think you can do it faster? Let's give it a try. You know what? Let's just go at 92, right? See what happens. This will also be mezzo piano. I know we weren't really playing that, so attempt it at mezzo piano as well. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1. All right, excellent job. And even if you got that still, speed it up a little bit even more. See what you can do, okay? That's a fun one to play actually pretty fast. All right, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.